Hey you guys, this is Meet the Brand. I'm Terry with Black Lion and I have
Jordan Edwards with Black Lion.
Okay, Jordan, I'm here. I'm going to ask you a few questions about yourself just to get to know you better. So Jordan, what is one interesting fact about you?
One interesting fact would be that I'm not from Virginia. I'm originally from Georgia.
How did you get into real estate?
Originally is because I wanted to make a lot of money and I couldn't rap or play ball. So I decided to reach out to real estate agents and brokers to learn more about real estate.
Okay, and then how did you find Black Lion?
I just picked up the phone and started calling about 20 to 30 different agents, 20 to 30 different brokers, and Black Lion Realty was the only one that answered the phone.
How has your Black Lion experience been?
My Black Lion, or my experience here at Black Lion has been phenomenal. From start to finish. I'm just excited to see where we're going to end up in the next 10 to 20 years.
How do you feel about going into your fourth quarter as a real estate agent?
I'm more than excited for my fourth quarter. To be honest with you, the mindset that I have, I'm already past the fourth quarter and I'm already thinking about next year and the year to come.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about the fourth quarter right now, you're behind the curve because I'm past that.
Okay. What some advice do you have for someone that want to get into real estate?
Some good advice I would give to someone wanting to get into real estate is just read as many books as possible about real estate, understand entrepreneurship, understand business, and understand that it is a long-term play, a long-term journey.
I have with me today
Kariyma.
Kariyma. Hey girl.
Hey.
So tell me one interesting thing about you.
An interesting fact about me, I'm a well-rounded athlete.
Okay, period. Anything. Okay, girl. That is interesting. So tell me, how did you get into real estate?
So I got into real estate. I was going through the SkillBridge program, and Kerry had came to what is it called? The TAP class. And he just kind of, pitched himself, and I just talked to him, and that was that. I didn't have any interest in real estate before that, but now I do. What
has been the process with the Army, SkillBridge,
So the process is pretty simple. The Army has two programs that you could do. You could do CSP or you could do SkillBridge. CSP is backed by the Army. They're programs that, the Army has contracts with. And then the SkillBridge program is you going out and finding an internship. You're finding somebody to take you under their wing, essentially. And then you just go get everything signed. You can start the process 6 months before you get out.
Do you get paid in the meantime while you're doing SkillBridge?
No, you cannot get paid while doing SkillBridge. Essentially, this is just setting you up for success. The internship is supposed to, not all the time, it's supposed to turn into a full-time job afterwards.
Okay, and then also, when does this all take place? Like, when do you show up to your SkillBridge? How long?
So it takes place within the last 6 months before you get out. You and whoever you're interning with, you would make your schedule. So my schedule is like a 9 to 5 almost days. Yeah. Okay,
and then tell me about your experience at Black Lion.
It honestly has been great. Like I love everybody here. Like it's really nice working here. More like a family than anything else.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's interested in real estate?
Yeah, just do it. Don't wait. Don't keep thinking about it. Just go and do it. Get your license.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you. And we have Mr.
Kerry Ferdinand.
Okay. What's one interesting fact about you?
So there's plenty of interesting facts about me, but the one I'm going to share today is I absolutely love riding my motorcycle this time of year. Beautiful weather. That's the best fact I got for right now, but I got plenty more.
Getting into real estate, did you ever see yourself here right now in this moment?
No. So when I got into real estate, I didn't expect to have a team or brokerage. It was just to invest. So I never expected to have a brokerage. It just manifested itself.
And what's to come for Black Lion? Like, where do you see this brokerage going, and what's your dreams for Black Lion?
So my dream for Black Lion is to encourage the youth, people in or about the 20, 30 year range. And I would like Black Lion to be in every metropolitan city and worldwide, given the opportunity, at least in my lifetime. That's what I would like to see.
How did you get into real estate?
So it really starts with my father. My father, he worked with his hands in Maryland. I would go to work with him. I worked with him a few summers in a row. Prior to joining the military, I fell in love with houses. I didn't fall in love with the actual aspect of building and drywall and all the other stuff, but I actually fell in love with it. It's been a passion since I was a kid. I used to talk to my father about investing in real estate. As soon as I figured out what investing was, I used to talk to him about investing in real estate. And then by the time I got to the end of my Army career, I said, well, let me go back and do something that I love. And again, I wanted to get into investing, and then got my real estate license and started getting around good people, and here we are.
As a broker, what are some things you will want to teach your agents?
Mindset. The biggest thing is mindset. You could teach an agent how to lead generate. You could teach a agent how to cold call. You could teach your agent how to do the business, but what you really can instill a lot of times is mindset. Once you get over the hump of mindset and they see that anything's possible, then everything's possible.
How have the journey been like since you started Black Lion?
So emotionally, there's been ebbs and flows. Financially, there's been ebbs and flows. Anybody who says that they just started a business and it just rocked out the first 2 or 3 years, I don't believe them. My personal journey has been exciting. I've enjoyed it. Without the bad times, there's no good times. This office, I can remember laying down on the floor after we had to demo everything and build everything back up. I mean, I remember that. So that was the bad time. The good time is what we have now, what you see before you. You know, we have a decent office. We have people that enjoy being here. Sitting back in my office today, listening to everybody laughing and joking and getting work done. That is like, that's a blessing. So,
yeah.
Ebbs and flows.
So everybody been saying it's not a good time to buy a home. What's your intake on rates rising, and do you feel like it's a good time?
So I don't worry about the rates. I'm not an economist. I don't worry about rates. What I worry about is the budget, and can my clients afford the budget? Can they stay within a particular budget to gain generational wealth? I don't particularly care for rates.
What advice do you have for someone that's interested in the real estate business?
Listen, it depends on where their entry point is. If you're talking about a first-time buyer, absolutely do it. If you're an investor, absolutely do it. I absolutely love real estate, so I would say do it regardless.
What advice do you have for someone that's getting into the real estate business?
So my message is mostly for younger folks. While you have a low ceiling of living, I definitely say go after, buy some property, because real estate is a long-term play. So buy the property, sit on it a few years, trade it, sell it, invest, do all that good stuff, and get cash flow. So you get to the point to where you don't need a typical 9-to-5 job anymore. If you could get into the real estate business early and start knocking things out. Now, if you're a little bit older, if you're, say, my age, 40s, 50s, and you still haven't purchased your first property, think to yourself, who am I leaving my legacy to? And start thinking about that and be more intentional about getting into real estate so you have something to pass on, because your life is judged based upon what you leave, not what you do. So
everyone been saying now it's not a good time to buy a house. What is your view on rising rates?
I don't know who everybody is. Personally, there's never been a time other than 10 years ago to get in real estate than now, right? People want to say, hey, the market is doing this and the market is doing that, but you need a place to stay today. You need to start earning money today off your investments. And there's no better investment than real estate. The government wants you to do two things. Everybody hears me say this, right? Own real estate and own a business. You do both by owning real estate. So if you ask me my view, don't worry about the rates, worry about how to cash flow. Once you understand how to cash flow, the rate's not important. It's never going to be important. The cash flow is always going to be what's the most important. Part two to that, if you are a minority, you have to understand that wealth is built off of real estate. Now we are behind on wealth because we don't own real estate. If real estate is based primarily off of real estate holdings and we own not a lot of it, then it's hard to close that wealth gap. So in order to close that wealth gap as a minority, definitely get out there and start buying real estate.
Okay, well, thank you. That's all the questions I have. Thank you for taking the time out to ask.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.